Hello YouTubers, wanted to share a video with you, something I've been working on here. Seen a lot of these guys run these vapor carburetors, and they build them from anything from peanut butter jar to 5-gallon buckets, and I've seen the gas getting dirty on some of them. I just want to kind of show you the design that I came up with. First of all, I want to show you this. This is a 10 horsepower engine. It's a Briggs and Stratton, and it came off of a generator that we bought at one of the big box stores. That the generator part played out, but the engine was still good, and so I scavenged the engine, and you can see it's a 10 horse here, and obviously this here is the gas line where the tank used to be. There's no gas tank on it. I put this PVC, the carburetor's still on this. I put this is a 2-part epoxy putty I mixed up to attach this PVC and step it down to this size just to get it intake to pull it in. I did have a permanent magnet alternator sitting right there. That's what this is set up for. You can see the pulley here. So this little deal with permanent magnet alternator. Let me kind of show you the design here. What you've got here on the carburetor itself is this here is obviously your fresh air, letting fresh air in, and this is valve here will be the this is the accelerator, or yeah, and I don't put much gas in it. Show you a view down in the bottom. It's pretty deep. I would say just standing back looking at this thing, it's probably somewhere around 32 inches long. This is the top part that I designed to put in it. Mike, why don't you take the camera for me? Stand about right there on that rug there. Keep it on the... Keep your fingers out in front of the thing. Yeah, fingers still in front of it. This is the tube I built. You can see that this tube, what happens is what I did is this tube goes all the way through, and it's got holes drilled here. And to prevent stuff collecting in my gasoline, I put these holes here kind of as a dust collector. This is just a water filter from Home Depot or the box store, and slides on here. So now it has to suck the air through the filter down to the bottom, which just sits right down at the bottom of that. So the vacuum from the motor pulls the air into the filter down to the bottom. The vapor only, hence it only set it here. This distance gives me good enough time for the fuel to dry, so I don't get anything but vapors up here. A lot of the designs you see, sometimes you'll get liquid gasoline coming in, or liquid or water, whatever you're running. Now I've seen Geets and I've seen vapor carburetors, and one of the big things they claim on Geet is it's a multi-fuel processor, meaning that it'll burn a lot of different things, and they also say it'll burn water. I'm going to start this up in a minute. I'm going to give you a demonstration of this motor running, and I'll show you what I can run it off of. We've tried a lot of different fuels, and it'll run on gasoline. It'll run on lacquer thinner. I can't tell you all, right off the top of my head, all the fuels we've tried. Anything that you mix with a potent enough fuel, such as lacquer thinner or gasoline, doesn't matter what you put in there. Water, Mountain Dew, whatever, it'll still run. Energy efficient, as far as efficiency that we're talking about, the efficiency, we did test times on this. We did like a 3 or 4 minute run of gasoline, and then versus a 3 or 4 minute run, the same amount of gasoline in this. Got really close to the same times. We took the overhead valve vent off the motor and actually drove it down this tube here, and that valve vent gave us extra pressure, and we did increase efficiency. Of course, efficiency is the thing everybody's trying to tackle. One of the things this motor does do is once you turn it into this vapor carburetor set up like this, one thing it does, if you run a little water in it, it will clean up the old engines and clean up the old deposits in the engine, and it'll run a little better. Two, you don't have to change oils often due to the fact that you're not dirtying the oil up with unburnt carbon deposits. And the emissions, as far as emissions really go down, the smell goes down. I hear they're safe to run indoors in this situation because they burn it completely. Don't hold me to that. I don't endorse that. Haven't tested that myself. But I'm going to go ahead and start this up. And I'm going to try to start this up on 50-50 fuel. I'm going to run this off with a lacquer thinner here. And I've got this cup here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour a little bit of lacquer thinner in here, probably about, I don't know, half a cup. I don't want to get this thing going very much. You can see I got about a half a cup in there. And that's lacquer thinner. And this is water, tap water that I got out of tap. Tastes a little funny. And I'm going to mix that about 50-50, maybe a little bit less. And you can see it separating out. I got quite a bit less lacquer thinner in there than I do water. The lacquer thinner is on top, the water's on bottom. I'm going to put a little more lacquer thinner in there just to get it about 50-50. Whoops. Okay, I'm getting close to 50-50 there. I'm going to go ahead and pour that in. Before I do that, just to show you that there's nothing else in here, I'll turn this upside down. There is nothing in there. Of course, there is no gas tank on the tank, on the motor itself. It's been removed a long time ago. And I'll drop this in, screw it down, try to get it fairly tight so we don't get any vacuum leaks. And I've got me some presets set on my valves here, so I know about where to set my valves, my acceleration, and my fresh air. So this lean enriches up, enriches up the mixture, and that's just the accelerator. Hopefully this thing's going to kick on and run pretty good. Make sure the motor's on. Put the choke in the middle. The choke will be closed. The butterfly's still in there, so I'm going to put it so it flows. Almost. There we go. There's the motor running on just vapors. I can use this as an accelerator. Let it die off. Have it empty. Don't take it off of me. Video's still rolling, right? So there it is started. Some of the plans in the future is I want to get an ultrasonic transducer. And I'm going to wire this in at the bottom and see if I can get those molecules even smaller and see what effect that has. Hopefully it'll have some effect on efficiency. I just want to show you guys my vapor carburetor. I know there's a bunch of them out there. I'll give you an update on that transducer. Thanks for watching. Push the red button.